Hello everybody, and welcome back to Media Matchups. Today we are going to be power scaling the antagonist from Kung Fu Panda 1, Tai Lung. Tai Lung is easily one of the most notorious and most well-liked antagonists of the entire Kung Fu Panda series. He's my personal favorite and is honestly just such a great villain. And today we are going to be seeing how strong he is, fast he is, etc. to kind of gauge how powerful Tai Lung is. So first off, before we do this, I want to establish an important rule for the entire Kung Fu Panda verse, and especially Tai Lung, is that characters throughout the series get stronger and stronger. Characters throughout the series are honing their skills, get better at martial arts, and overall become vastly stronger throughout the course of the series. So scaling Tai Lung to somebody like Kai would not work, as by that point, all of the Furious Five have trained far more, and even then they still get stomped by Kai. So scaling Tai Lung to Kai wouldn't really work, as even a far stronger version of the Furious Five couldn't defeat him. And just because Tai Lung was in the fourth movie doesn't automatically mean he scales to a Kung Fu Panda 4 Po. They never fight in that movie, and the one girl, the lizard girl, who I forgot the name of, that can shapeshift, she's only taking the person's skill, not their strength. So that doesn't mean that Tai Lung is as strong as her shapeshifted Tai Lung. It just means that she has the skill of Tai Lung in that form, but not necessarily his strength. She's far stronger than Tai Lung actually is. And other than that, he doesn't really have any feats in the fourth movie other than just defeating some fodder opponents and then just getting soul sucked. So yeah, there really isn't much need to mention anything from Kung Fu Panda 4. There really isn't any notable feats that he would actually scale to there. So let's start off with attack potency, and Tai Lung is very blatantly building level. There are multiple feats of just him creating massive craters and dust clouds that have been calculated in building level plus ranges. He's also far stronger than Tigress, who, a young Tigress, casually destroyed a large rock when she was like a teenager, and an adult Tigress, who's gotten far stronger, stood virtually no chance against Tai Lung and was easily overpowered. There's also obviously feats of Tai Lung fighting against the other Furious Five, like Mantis, who has statements of being able to destroy buildings, and he was able to fight with and defeat Shifu, although Shifu was debatably holding back. Shifu should be scalable to other martial arts masters, who again also have building level feats, such as destroying large rocks and moving the Great Wall of China. For durability, we can just use Newton's third law of that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, so Tai Lung would just scale to his own attack potency. He can also easily take attacks from the Furious Five, who should all scale above a young Tigress, who, as we already mentioned, is building level. For lifting strength, Tai Lung should scale roughly to Mantis, who was capable of moving the large bridge during the Furious Five versus Tai Lung battle. This feat was calculated to require roughly around 36.5 tons of force in order to perform, and Tai Lung should be massively stronger than Mantis, so obviously Tai Lung would scale well above this. Now for speed, Tai Lung was able to run up the Jade Palace's stairs incredibly quickly, a feat which was calculated on Versus Battles Wiki to be about 125 meters per second, which is subsonic, which would make him look like a blur to any regular person. There are also several more supporting feats of this, with characters dodging arrows and fast-moving bolts, which should be in the subsonic range. You could potentially get this higher, as there is plenty of feats of characters in Kung Fu Panda 2 dodging Shen's missiles, which were stated to move at Mach 2.2, which would put him at supersonic reaction and combat speeds. But there is also the factor that the characters were training in between the first and second movie and have gotten stronger and possibly faster too. So you could potentially use this as like an outlier, or just say that he doesn't scale to them because of the training. I personally think he probably should scale to this, as none of the other Furious Five, other than mainly Tigress and Po, get that much stronger between Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2, and there's really no proof that they get much faster in between movies, so I think scaling Tai Lung to this is fine. So overall, Tai Lung is subsonic travel speed with supersonic reaction and combat speed. Now in terms of intelligence, we don't really have much to go off of for like academic intelligence or anything, but we do have plenty of combat intelligence, and it's really impressive. Tai Lung is stated to pretty much just be a master martial artist. He can effortlessly defeat the Furious Five all entirely by himself. The Furious Five are all very rigorously trained warriors who have crazy amounts of skill in martial arts and fighting, and Tai Lung could just casually defeat all 5 of them working together through sheer skill alone. He's also mastered the 1000 scrolls of Kung Fu, not just learned, but mastered all 1000, which are stated to hold all of the secrets of Kung Fu. They have the wisdom of many martial artists, and even characters like Oogway consider this feat impressive, so Tai Lung is literally like Oogway level in terms of skill. There's also statements of him being the master of all fighting styles, and really the only way he was beaten was due to Po and his own unique style of fighting. Tai Lung's been able to use this skill to defeat thousands of prison guards. He was capable of defeating the Furious Five, fighting with his own master, Shifu, who's comparable to other masters of Kung Fu, who also have some crazy feats. And he was able to pretty easily shit stomp Po at the beginning of their fight, with Po slowly taking advantage over the course of the fight due to his unique way of fighting. For his hacks, he doesn't really have a lot. His main one is his pressure point strikes, which can immediately induce paralysis onto people. He's capable of pretty much just instantly one-shotting virtually anyone he wants just by using this specific skill. However, it can be overpowered and it does wear it down over time. And if you have enough fat on your body like Po did, then it can absorb the pressure point strikes and cause you to not really feel anything. Other than that though, Tai Lung doesn't really have much other like special abilities. He's really more so just a really skilled and strong fighter, but he doesn't have anything like super special about him. He's not like controlling ki or anything like some of the higher levels are. So overall, as a summary, Tai Lung is easily around building level plus with his strength and durability. He can lift up to around 36 tons, is an immensely skilled fighter. He's very quick, being able to dodge fast-moving projectiles and move upstairs at subsonic speeds, and he's a very gifted fighter. But the real question is, though, can he defeat MCU Black Panther? Well, that's a video for another time.